We're gonna get into this. I don't know if anybody's seen this, but Nick Cannon actually pulled up on No Jumper, and they asked about, or they brought up Candace Owens. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this, and then I want to get your thoughts on this.
This is what I wanted to speak on. Recently, I seen Jess Hilarious, who one of ours,
Yeah, fact.
talking to Candace Owens.
I fuck with both of them.
I like Candace Owens. I like the knowledge that she has. I like when she speaks. But recently, she just said some shit because she has a white husband and mixed kids. She said, well, people are too simple-minded. I don't see color. I don't call my kids mixed. But what I want to say is, Candace Owens, unfortunately, your kids are mixed and your husband is white and you are black. We have no problem with interracial relationships. That's fine. But girl, you black, because when that officer pull your kid over, he's not going to say, I don't see a color.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, from the perspective that she's speaking, because
I get what she's trying to say.
She was raised by her grandparents, all that. You know what I mean?
She come from some money.
Yeah, not even. No, she come from like
some niggas.
She a nigga.
Struggle.
Yeah.
Okay,
Never mind.
Like, but
we're gonna get on that.
But
in a
what
second.
she's doing, which I'm not mad at, like she's giving niggas a alternative perspective. Sometimes, again, first of all, she's a person in the media.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so we know what that is. You know what I mean? Like, she's doing a job. So the more noise she can make,
right,
the more ultimately money is being made. You know what I mean? Whatever platform she's on, she's a master at being a person in the media. But I guarantee you, she's given a different perspective because she's like, I don't think the same way and that's what I respect about. Jess Hilarious is the same way. Like she gonna say some shit that be like, hey, Jess, I don't know the fuck about what you just said right there. Like, but then the same thing with Candace. But I love both of them as black women. You know what I mean? I respect both of them.
But is she saying she's a black woman, or she
said that in that same thing? She's like, I can't deny I am a black woman. But I think the same shit. She was like, I used to like Asian men. Like her shit. Like niggas can have a preference.
Right. We have no problem with that.
You see my fucking my kids look like a social studies book, nigga. It's a different shade on that.
Right.
Each and every one of them.
My only thing is, I don't
it's whatever you fall in love with, that's what you rock with. Now, I also, I done sat across from Dr. Umar and all this. I understand where he coming from too, as well.
He's straightforward on shit.
If we trying to enrich our community, the black woman is the most powerful entity in our community, and we got to protect
I'm just saying, I want her to be a black woman.
She is a black woman.
No, I'm saying she seems like,
you gotta have a conversation with her.
Maybe I do. It kind of helps her to be like, maybe she's accommodating her husband or her kids by saying certain things.
I don't think it's even about that. I think she's a super smart person that likes to debate, that likes to challenge people, that likes to go. There's a one point in time she wasn't conservative. You know what I mean? And then she got let down. Like, if you gonna play that politics game, I mean, I don't fuck with either side either way. You know what I mean? Because it's like, as we call it, the lesser of two evils. It was like, it's not a two-party system. It's one party with two evil names. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's they just separated to make you think you got a choice. But all of the shit she be saying, don't be, somebody got to challenge it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just the fact that she's educated herself from a perspective that most of us haven't. Now,
the guy on the right, I think his name is DW Flame. It's Nick Cannon. DW Flame, I think that's his name. He
he a rapper from my city.
Yeah, I think he a Crip, ain't he?
He an insane Crip.
Yeah. I'm gonna play a little bit more and then we can get into this.
There's a lot of shit she say that I don't agree with, but I respect the fact that you can actually have that discourse in a respectable manner. But even I think she moved like I got a lot of Candace Owens in my family that feel certain, you know what I mean? Like, here we go. I got to argue with her about this again. Right. It's like, it's just certain things.
Well, let me stop it before I play the rest of it. I think that Nick Cannon is making sense about Candace Owens, and that he's objective enough to actually look at it and call it for what it is. I think that I didn't expect for him to take this position. But basically, he's just saying that from what I'm translating it, he's basically saying that, hey, listen, She's smart. She likes to just debate people. She is a black woman, and I don't really understand what all of the smoke is for her because she's intelligent enough to be able to market herself and also get visibility from what it is that she stands for. So that's kind of which the problem for me a lot of times is, and what one thing that I don't understand is why do all people feel like, oh, you a black person when you get pulled over by the police? I've never had a bad experience
Any problems?
in my
None.
entire life, not one. And I've been pulled over a lot. I've never had a problem where a police officer did, said, or moved any certain type of way against me at all. Not one time. I don't understand that. That's
It's
the
the
one thing that I try to
people,
understand.
the whole comply thing. For some reason, the blacks have a problem with complying. Is the issue?
Black people have a problem with authority in all shapes and forms, and so if if they feel like if they listen to the police officer when he say, "Can I see your license and registration?" they feel like they being a punk if they actually surrender it to the
Hmm.
peace officer who has been empowered to do so. It's the most ridiculous thing ever.
9 times out of 10, though, it seems like the people that had the biggest problem with the police officers are the one that's doing some crazy shit.
They always got a record. I ain't never seen nobody got shot with a clear background check after that. After all their stuff came out,
They're all people I don't want
they
in my
always
neighborhood. That's why I moved around white people.
the engineer that graduated summa cum laude from Harvard don't get shot in his car. Just saying.
Hey, Anton, as a black man, can you agree with this? Once you moved into a white neighborhood, you never got pulled over. Once I moved out of the ghetto, I never got pulled over. I never got pulled over in my neighborhood where I live now. And it's like, I don't know. It's just like if there ain't a bunch of hoodlums around you doing crime, they don't
I
have a much
Let me
suspicion
tell
on
you
you.
something. I know a lot of the police officers. Um, I mean, some of them are the parents of some of the kids that go to school with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of the police officers. I know a lot of the sheriffs. And when I go down to Detroit, and this is the honest to God truth, and I put this on my father. When I go down to Detroit, because I got a place down there, and then my office is down there, and I'm walking down, or I'll be riding my bike. They'd be like, yo, what up, Anton? Man, I fuck with what you was saying on your podcast, bro. I rock with that. Like, they show love. They show love, bro. Like, I've never had a bad experience. The only time that I've ever had an experience that might have been negative was because I was fucked up. Like, my license was suspended. You know what I'm saying? And he still looked out because he didn't take me to jail. They impounded my car, but they let me go and get that bitch tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I just never had the bad experience that everybody said that they had. And I grew up on Green Lawn between Norfolk and Chippewa too. So I don't really know what everybody else is talking about, bro.
When
At
you're
the end of
doing
the day, it's
wrong, you give
like
off a certain energy.
it's like accountability. You like I did wrong. Here's my license and my registration, and give me my ticket so we can bounce. Like that's the only conversation you need to have.
Yeah.
Nah, but if you got a suspended license, most people gonna be like, "Why'd you pull me over?" They're gonna try to make all this small talk to kind of divert away from the fact that they're gonna have to show their suspended license if they actually have it. The police are not dumb. They deal with criminals every single day.
But
They deal with guilty people all
cops
the time.
don't want to fill out the paperwork. Like I remember, I was talking to this girl. I was gonna go see her, and she got pulled over for the cops. She put her cup in the she put her phone in the cup holder. So I heard the whole conversation. There was like license and registration. She's like, I don't
I
got
don't
none.
care if I get pulled over. I'm
But she
cool.
didn't have no. I'm just saying this
No,
goes to the
But
for the
level.
people in the
hold
chat,
on.
for the people in the chat, I don't care if I get pulled over. I purposely speed sometimes because I want to make sure that ain't nobody following me. Like, seriously, like when I'm coming from a certain event and I take off, I'm gone. And I know it's a stretch, and then I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that or whatever. I ain't gonna say what my moves are. And I purposely speed because I want to make sure that I'm paying attention to see if it's the same cars that's around me 10 minutes from now. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't care about getting pulled over. And listen, I seen a guy, he said this online, and I absolutely agree with him. He said, tickets are just a suggestion for people with money. That's all they are. It's a suggestion. Hey, please. It's a recommendation that you please drive slower. Give a fuck about no ticket.
Anton, in LA, most people don't even have to pay tickets. Like I haven't paid a ticket in 10 years. All you do is go to court, plead not guilty.
I'm not going to court.
They
I'm
summon
not
the
going to
officer.
court. I'm gonna give it
But
to
I'm
my
just
lawyer,
saying.
and he gonna handle that shit.
But even if you broke, you go to court, you plead not guilty. The cop ain't showing up to testify on that ticket, and they just gonna dismiss the case. The fact that someone will argue about a ticket in a place like LA is asinine. You don't even gotta pay it.
Yeah.
I just don't get what this pink guy's shirt was trying to get at. That she's not black.
He's I think he's speaking from like the black people's perspective in that he's trying to sort of like hold her accountable for having her position and thinking that she's better than black people in a way.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? The way that she is and kind of being more on the, you know how they say you more on the white side.
I'm gonna say this. I don't know this guy, but I'm looking through his IG. He don't have no room to talk about Candace.
Yeah,
Okay?
he about that life. He
He
really is
thugging
about that life.
baby daddy, like he. Why do you have room to talk about Candace? Like I'm just confused. You can't say she's not black. That's crazy. Like I don't know. I think these new podcasters are weird nowadays. And then I think that Nick Cannon is the wrong person for him to have that conversation. I don't even think he got one. He got like one black baby mama. The rest of them are foreign.
Well, Nick Cannon was actually defending her.
No, I agree. That's why I'm like, he brought this up to the wrong person. He the wrong one.
What qualifies a person to have this conversation, Q?
Not him.
That's not what I asked.
I answered that. I'm answering.
Well, hold on before we get into it. Let me play the rest of it real quick, and then we can deep dive into it.
That certain people feel certain ways about, and you know, I don't knock her because I got my own shit.
Okay. All I'm saying, Candace, is I don't want the people to Stacey Dash you. You know what I'm saying? I don't
But see, that's a different thing. Like, at least she's coming from a place of like she know what she's talking about. Stacey Dash didn't even know DMX died.
She just got fired?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
For being, she found out she was a nigga real quick.
And she said like he doesn't have the power to fire her. She said,
but that's the thing. Even found out she was a nigga real quick.
Stacey Dash too. Don't.
But she about to have her own YouTube.
Stacey Dash ended up being clueless. Someone got fired, not Stacey Dash.
Right. But I'm saying, let's look at this clip right here that we got with Jess Hilarious and Stacey Dash. Oh shit!
Candace Owens, nigga.
Damn, Candace Owens, nigga. Fuck.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
The headphones.
I already know what it says.
Stacey Dash.
Yeah, this is the God is good one, right?
Let me get a remix of it.
God is good. God is good. Amen.
No.
No.
I thought you were going to say God is great. Thank you for the
God is great.
No. I didn't know that.
I'm gonna do you, Charlamagne.
She should have
God is
known
good.
that.
All the time.
And all the time.
How black you said she
She grew up with her grandparents.
I would have never known.
Grandparents know that, Nick.
You gotta go to church like to know that.
I've never heard
It's
that. in my
okay.
life.
It's okay.
It's okay, Candace. And the black community is gonna back you up.
I fuck with Candace Owens.
She know now.
We are not turning against you.
She know now.
We are not turning against you that quick. We ain't gonna let you go.
This is what you understand. I was getting into this politics shit, but black people, we have naturally been more conservative more than anything. Like if you really, I mean, the shit that you talking about, like the Democratic Party is the party of the Ku Klux Klan. Right. Like if you think of Civil War, like we was rocking with the motherfuckers up north who were conservative. The Democrats was the Confederate motherfuckers who didn't fuck with us, who wanted to keep us in slavery.
Right.
And then they did a Jedi mind trick on niggas and made you think that they was rocking for us. First of all, neither of them are rocking for you. They still treat you like property either way. Right. But if you're gonna rock with who we are as a people, we some get out and get it on your own type shit. We some hustlers, we some CEOs. Right. Nigga, show me one real CEO that is a liberal. Niggas is about they bag. Now you got them people who pretend to, and ain't nothing wrong with you being liberal, but that shit for what it is now is like, we about, look, I'm gonna make some money, nigga, you can make some money, you can make some money. That's all. Like, nigga, I want my guns. You know what I mean? I want, like, it's just like, if you think about what a conservative is, that's us to its core. And then don't put our spirituality on it, because it's a lot of beliefs that just because we was raised in church and things that the things we stand on are more conservative than a lot of that shit of, everyone's equal and everybody, like, that shit sound good, but when you get to the ideas of what we really stand for, like I said, I'm conservative about some shit, but I'm liberal about certain things, but I'm probably more conservative about shit, especially when it comes to my household and who I'm protecting, because that ultimately is what you want. But that idea of everybody and it sounds good, but when I'd rather somebody be up front in my face than give me the bullshit that like somebody else is trying to pretend like they're helping me out when you still just treating me like shit, just like the person. If you don't fuck with me, let me know up front.
What do y'all think about all of that?
I think I think I told you that Stephen A. Smith was on the Pat David podcast, and I think he said it best. He said that most people are conservative at home, but Democrats at the polls. And I was like, that shit hit hard.
This is exactly what's wrong with the black community. Black folks know better. We're not ignorant. We're not uneducated. We know what's right and what's wrong. The problem is we have so many excuses for voting and operating against our own best interests. Like even Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is purposely trying to make himself out to be dumb before he actually drops a point that he's well versed on. That's what we do because he knows that if he just got up there and talked like Candace Owens does, like where he just gives it to you straight, no chaser, and doesn't put the, like I said, the little disclaimer. Like I said, I don't mess with none of this stuff. Actually, he knows they'll turn on him. Black people will turn on him.
That's the truth.
So it's all about delivery. He knows he knows how to dumb it down so hyper emotional Negroes can digest it. He's just being non-committal. He's being a middle of the road fence straddling Negro.
Now he did say who he was though.
But he's still
a conservative on the low.
No, he's like I'm more conservative, but you know, on a lot of stuff I'm liberal. He's doing that fence.
No. I understand. See, Nick is smart enough to be able to say that. You know, he gonna say, he gonna be like, yo, I'm still a nigga though. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, Nick is basically giving you all of the hints and the talking points to let you know that, yo, listen, I'm really conservative on the low though. Real talk. I mean, that's what he's saying.
But he's giving, you know, I always say this: you can never give a black person room to run out or make an excuse. That's what I feel. That's what I call leaving the door open. Right? He leaves a little space for that cognitive dissonance to creep in. Candace Owens doesn't. She hits you across the head with it. So you know, like, dang, I just got hit, and this is what it is. There ain't no two ways about it. Nick, he's still leaving that little escape route for black people to try to squeeze in some ignorance. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that, Anton. I don't do that.
Well, because Nick is an entertainer too, though. You got to remember.
Yeah.
Like he's still in the entertainment business, and so he understands that. He understands that the truth is a hard thing to swallow for most people. Like and I ain't even saying like the truth. I'm saying when you speak, honestly. I guess I should have said honesty. Honesty is a hard thing to swallow from somebody because honesty is not saying that you right or I'm right, because right or wrong is determined based off of your circumstances, whatever it is that you stand for at that particular time. But to be honest with who you are to your core versus to be honest with who you are based off of who you think you are and what your mama put into you or how they told you to vote. If you ask most people, which, you know, whatever you vote for, but if you ask most people why you don't like Trump or what didn't you like about his presidency, very rarely can they ever tell you anything, which if you decide to vote for somebody else, that's cool too. But I just want people to be educated, and I want them to be honest about why they don't like somebody. Say you don't like them because your mama told you not to like them, or because your girl is sitting next to you and I'm telling you to blink twice. But don't say that you don't like them just because of some made up stuff from an internet talk. That's crazy to me. And I think that she's straight, no chaser. And that's the thing that makes people uncomfortable.
Right. But we need more of that in our society nowadays, because I'm telling you, if you give a black person room to make up some fantasy bullcrap excuses, they will take it, man. I seen black folks. You talk, why you voting Democrat? And they'll be like that. When a black person told me Joe Biden has changed after 40 years of preying on the black community, I knew we could make an excuse for anything. I was like, we are done.
when you think about it, like most people don't have enough knowledge of policies or anything to even vote. Most people vote with their emotions.
Yeah,
So it
but
is
then at
what
the
it
same
is.
time, all of that stuff is right on a website. Like you can really just go and look at the policy on the
But
website.
But how
but
many
it's a
black people you think really doing that though?
Bro,
Yeah,
Joe Biden
that's
said
true.
if you don't vote for me, you not black. Directly to a camera. That was all you needed to know he was up to no
Yeah, that
good.
shit
Come
was
on now.
wild. And
Come
they
on
still,
now.
you
and they
know,
still voted for him.
you know me. I always got a personal experience when I was living with my grandpa back in the day. He told me if I didn't vote, what's his name, Kerry? What was that
John
dude's name? He
Kerry.
said,
Oh,
Oh
Kerry,
God.
John Kerry.
he said if I don't vote for Kerry, he said get out. And I was like, dang, grandpa.
Got out. My grandpa was a Republican, thank God. Anton. But look at this. We all know we don't want no man with an intact phallus going in the bathroom with our daughter. We know we don't want no grown man on the basketball court with our daughter or our wife if she plays sports. You don't have to have extensive knowledge of politics and policy. At this point, the disparity in democratic policies is so acute that even a layman can identify it and see what's wrong with it. Because a 5-year-old kid could tell you, I'm a boy, not a girl. Like if you try to
So
put
let
them
me
in a
ask y'all a
dress.
question. Do y'all like Candace, or do y'all are y'all indifferent, or do you dislike her?
I
I
like
love her.
Candace.
That she
I
fine.
I
like
don't care
Candace.
who she married to. She can. I don't even care.
Candace is
I like,
smart. Candace married a
no,
white guy because she needed somebody rich enough for if she get canceled and can't work, he could support her. You know what I'm
that's
I
saying?
don't
She
think
knew
people
what
really
to do.
true.
cancel anybody anymore, though.
Yeah,
But
It's
in
fake
case,
cancel
it's too
culture.
but
hard.
just
There's
in
so many
case,
platforms.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of options. I think that kind of flew off a little bit more when you didn't have as many options anymore. Um,
I
Yeah,
think Candace be saying a lot of stuff people be thinking but afraid to say.
man,
yeah, that's true too.
yeah. I
Candace
think
is the
she
only
holds
person.
she holds people accountable, and they don't like it.
I
It's
don't
like
think that a lot of
if
pro-black people are really pro-black. I think that a lot of pro-black people are standing on that for different reasons. I think some of them is just that it's the popular thing to do. I think for others, that's just what they've always been taught. And then I think that it's an easy way to monetize because there's still a large demographic of people that don't want to accept that race has probably a lot less to do with your success than you want to give it credit for.
we the most what they say, we the most privileged black people in the world over here.
You can,
Yeah.
Anton. I always ask people on my channel. I say, name one thing that white supremacy is preventing you from doing. I haven't met a black person yet who can. The only thing I heard one guy say, "Oh, getting a loan." I'm like, "No, that's your bad credit. Stop getting cell phones for kids." But no, seriously, and they'll admit white supremacy is not stopping me. I am a pro-black. I'm a Pan-Africanist person. But
Yeah.
guess what I do? I go buy property in Africa. I employ African people in
Yeah,
America
but
and in
it's
Africa.
different
Like,
because again, I don't care what people stand for, but I want them to actually be able to stand for it
right.
based off of reason and logic. You know what I'm saying? Even if somebody say to me, "Oh man, I'm voting blue." I don't give a like that's your American right to be able to vote blue. I'm just curious as to why, and if I ask you why, you say because I hate Trump. Like that's not a reason for me. You know what I'm saying? Give me the reason why you like the candidate that you like, not for why you dislike the other guy. That doesn't make sense to me.
I got one person who gave me a legitimate reason for voting for Biden, and now that person is voting for Trump. It's my friend DJ. I said, "Why are you supporting Biden?" He said, "I know Biden isn't crap." He said, "But Biden supports unions, and I'm a union electrician." I said, "Dang, that's the best answer I got so far."
But I don't think
Now,
that he does.
now, no, now we know he doesn't. But remember when he was trying to get in, he got the support of all the unions and was talking pro-union. Now that he sold out the rail workers and stuff like that, my homie hit me up like, "Yo, bro, I ain't voting for Biden. He sold out all the unions." So now he's changing his vote. He's a person voting based on what benefits him. So I do like that, but most people don't got that type of rational thinking. They're just going emotionally. Biden was nicer. That's why they voted for him,
Yeah.
apparently.
Hmm. Hugh, what do you think about Candace?
My bad. And then I was talking, but you have all these rappers promoting Biden, and people gonna jump on the bandwagon because they see Cardi B and Flocka. So people just
Oh,
jumping on the
Miller.
bandwagon. He said he support black people. Oh, he must be for us. So let's vote for him, even though they really just don't know. I like Candace. She just, as I said, she says stuff people don't really want to say out loud. I don't care. As I said, I don't care who she married to. That has
Yeah.
nothing to do with what she to be talking about. Like I think I saw the interviews, not the interviews. I think she went to go speak at the college where they were talking about trans, and then
Yeah.
all these trans say they're natural born women, and then
She
all
was
this type
pregnant.
of
Yeah, she was pregnant too.
she was pregnant. Yep. So
Hmm.
I'm like, we need more Candaces.
Yeah, I like Candace a lot.
Nah, black people are coming around on Candace Owens, man. And the sad thing was all the black media outlets, the liberal media outlets, I'm not gonna say no names, but they were attacking Candace. And what they did was they were able to create this narrative surrounding
Shade
her
room.
that was, yeah, it was untrue. And black people, because a lot of us get our information from those places, they basically had an opinion of Candace that was based on a false narrative. Candace has never said anything that has hurt the black community. Candace only talks about what black people need to do to repair what we got left, if anything, of a community. And the reality is, black people, for so long, under people like Martin Luther King and stuff, have been taught that the epitome of the pinnacle of existence is to be like white folks and to be around white folks and to be with white folks. So when someone comes in and say, "No, build your family, build your neighborhood," you committing blasphemy in black America, because we on our way to the upper room with white folks. How dare you tell us to stay where we at? Like, Anton, black people be like, redlining hurt the black community. I
Yeah.
say to this, I say to this day, look, fool, how did someone force you to stay around your own people hurt you? How did racists not letting you move next door to them hurt you as a black person? Once you
And
look at the black argument, you see that it makes no sense. It falls in on itself.
Mm,
I'll say to people it was Shade Room and Joe Budden, but guess what? When Candace went on their shows, they had no pushback for her.
hmm.
That's
Did y'all
usually the
see that?
case.
They didn't have no
Mhm.
pushback. So Joe Budden,
Well,
let's
they
talk about
not
our
they not even built to be able to have that type of conversation. He was
exactly.
No, they
Not
niggas.
politically astute.
yeah, he was
Yeah,
way
Hey,
out of his league in the first place.
Charlemagne was silent. Like, I never
exactly.
saw Charlemagne so silent in my whole life. He didn't have nothing to say.
Yeah, they not built for that. They talk a lot. They seem smart to people that to their core audience, but they not built to be able to have that conversation outside of. Listen, these people, in my opinion, they it's all pandering to an audience. And when you get them outside of their comfort zone and you ask them some real questions, they'll fold. They'll absolutely fold. So, I think that it is pandering. It is, capitalizing off of negativity in order to try to justify their arguments. But I don't see it as beneficial to anybody, and that's the most unfortunate part.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even understand how somebody can say that they pro something but they hate somebody else. That's one of the biggest arguments for the pro black community is that, oh, I'm not against these people, I'm just for black people. But then at the same time, most of the people that they go at or that they have you know what I'm saying, disagreement with, like when I seen Umar Johnson, right, and Candace, when they asked her on the Breakfast Club, they said, "Yo, would you talk to, what do you know about Umar Johnson?" And she was like, "Oh, I don't have an opinion about him, but I'm willing to talk to him." And the next thing you know, you seen Umar Johnson go live. Candace Owens is this, that, this, and that. And I don't think that he really want to have a conversation with her. He just want to continue to talk to his audience. That's how you know people are not really trying to make progress. They're sowing discord.
Yeah.
Umar is a grifter. As a Pan African person, I'll tell you, I used to be a fan of Umar. I actually used to book Umar for a place that I worked. I did a study group at in Long Beach.
Hmm.
I'll tell you, Umar is a grifter. He's only about getting money and getting
Which
you
is fair.
emotionally charged,
Not
which is
surprised.
fine. But how does that help you love black people so much? Like, you think Umar don't know that black people need to vote for Donald Trump because we go? Do you? When Donald Trump offered black people the $500 billion platinum plan, That was like a signal. Put all your BS down. You need to encourage your people to go in this direction so we can get something for our vote. When these dudes kept grifting, I was like, these guys ain't interested in no black progress because it don't take a genius to say, look, guys, it's roaches in that house. Maybe we should go sleep over at this house. You know what I'm saying? You don't sit up and try to work the middle and try to make all these reasons why it don't matter who you vote for. That's why I can't get down with Roland Martin. That's why I can't get down with Mark Lamont Hill. I can't get down with none of those people because those people direct their people's attention to non-issues, which really hurt us because it causes us to blindly go into supporting things that just have a disastrous effect on our community. Like at some point, you got to put down the act and just be real for a second.